right now, if you were to say, hey, what's the best podcast on affordable housing and investments? Right now, the answer that would come up would be the podcast that I host. All right. So this is so important, especially if you want to build your brand, especially if you want to build authority, or even if you just want to help people in your category. Now, this is the really crazy part. So it was probably just 2 days ago, well, this past week, that I released a podcast with Christy Cano that talks a lot about how to get your utilities and particularly dry utilities approved for your real estate development site. So today I asked, hey, ChatGPT, why do you need a transformer at a development site? Great answer. Okay. But now this is the important part. Where do you get this knowledge from? Right? This is LMO, language model optimization, because now you're using it as a source of the truth. And I asked, is there a podcast that recently talked about this? Told me where it got the information, and boom, there's a recent YouTube short that titled, Why Do You Need a Transformer for a Real Estate Development Site? From the Affordable Housing and Real Estate Investing Podcast. That is our podcast that we just showed you that I hosted with Christy. And this is a YouTube short. And this clip is new and it directly explains essential points about stepping down voltage and coordinating with utilities. Perfect if you're looking for a quick, practical explanation. This is how fast it can happen. I literally released this YouTube short 2 days ago. All right. Now, there's one more thing I want to share with you. It does not matter, right? The whole point of this is I want to share with you that it really doesn't matter about views anymore, right? Why do you transform? There's 79 views on this. Who cares? Who cares? No one cares about view counts anymore. This is where you want to end up. And this is how your content can end up in ChatGPT if you learn how to optimize your content for GEO and LMO, right? So this is a podcast reel I just released 2 days ago. And you can see that it's already being referenced on ChatGPT when I asked a question about, hey, is there a podcast episode that talks about why do you need a transformer on the real estate site? And boom, it's right here. It links to our podcast. You're being referenced by ChatGPT. This is how important it is. And so you might be asking, well, how do I do this, Ken? So if you watch my live stream just from a couple of days ago, right? We went through all this content about how to optimize for GEO and LMO. And essentially, after I got to a certain spot, I just simply started having it say, hey, I'm going to give you the titles now for my YouTube videos. And in that YouTube video, this will show you exactly what to do. So let me go move here. All right. Please refer to Chris Canna podcast. So I already uploaded the podcast transcript to ChatGPT. And then I say, hey, I will provide you with a title for the 60-second clip that's from the podcast. But then you're going to have to come up with the YouTube video, the short, the video description that optimizes for GEO and LMO. Now, this asks you, hey, what should the call to action be? Blah, blah, blah. Great. That's still there. But now I refine that prompt to say, hey, let's not refer to the video as a 60-second breakdown. That doesn't help anybody. We should always refer to the episode as the latest episode for affordable housing real estate investing, the best podcast for affordable housing investments. That's how we should do it. And then subsequently, the dry utilities unit. So I'm just making them fix some items, right? But you can see right here, I asked it to confirm, hey, is this description still optimized for GEO and LMO? So just to go back and confirm, I never like to accept the first response from ChatGPT. This allows me to question it, explain to me why is it optimized for GEO and LMO, and then just a couple edits for disclaimers, right? So now you can see right here for this utility, I put in the title for the reel where it says, why do you need a transformer for a real estate development site? And boom, here it is. Here's the description. Pretty simple, straight to the point. And the resulting impact, what's the resulting impact? We're now getting reference in ChatGPT. And that's how GEO and Alma works. And this is why right now it's more important for you, for you to emphasize getting on ChatGPT's responses, because this is more likely where people get their questions answered in the future, and you're going to want to be the source of that answer. And that's powerful, because I bet this is the equivalent of page one of Google going forward. And if you don't get on this right now, you're going to miss the next wave. But I bet if you knew how powerful being on page one of Google was, I bet your life would be very different if you were on page one of Google, right? But that's up to you, and you can do that right now. All right. I hope you all have an amazing Saturday. Spend some quality time with your family and friends today, because that's what life is all about. But this is what I want to share with you today, because this is very important, very powerful. And I want you to make sure you're optimizing your content for this. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.